NSFW, how far have you ever gone in a game of truth or dare? This is probably when I was like 12. I got dared to pee behind a bush. As revenge I dared that person to walk behind the bush barefoot. Well, did he do it? I don't need sleep. I need answers. It was a sleepover with 2 boys and 3 girls at this girl's house. I was one of the lucky guys. We were playing truth or dare and our clothes were coming off piece by piece. I got dared to wear a leopard bra from the girl of the house's dresser. Right as I put it on and start dancing around like a silly idiot, her mom walks in and I get sent home. Edit. We were about 14 to 15, so it all was pretty exciting. Wow. One time I was dared to climb a pole for fun. I was around 15 and my mom for some reason came back to the party and she got so mad I guess she thought I was pole dancing. But she literally dragged me off the pole and made me go home after yelling at me in front of everyone. It was so embarrassing. I'm glad you clarified that it was for fun and not for those singles tucked into your waistband. I mean, I've done weird shit, but the most memorable was giving my male friend a full body wax. We had an agreement that if he wanted to forfeit he could, but he didn't. He yelled so much. It was crazy. We are still good friends, and he brings it up fairly often. He's a man of dedication, of sheer ducking, will to truth or dare. Dedication? I hardly think so. No teenager can get through that if it isn't for a fetish. Streak down a very long driveway and back. Thinking back on it, I have no idea what I would have done if someone had caught me. I was like 15. I got caught streaking my some neighbors when I was about hat age. All that happened was they laughed and the man cracked some joke. I ran off embarrassed and they went on with their night. I don't think most people would freak out unless you looked like you were in trouble. Most level-headed people remember that being a bored teenager is a thing. Suddenly grateful they had the sense not to tell my mum, though. That would not have ended well. I jumped 20 stairs almost 3 meters height. I think I was stupid. I tore a ligament in knee. Imagine my confusion trying to work out how you jump 3 meters upstairs. My crush got dared to tell us who she thought was the most ugly. It was me. She either thought you were ugly or didn't want people to know she thought you were attractive. This was a year ago and she always low-key avoided me. I should have taken the hints sooner, honestly. I gave a guy a pair of my panties in high school. He dared me to just take off my underwear. Since that could mean 2 things, I figured I'd take off my bra under my shirt and give it to him. However, then the thought crossed my mind that taking off my panties would be way more risk, and I was definitely in the mood to make some jaws drop. I was wearing a dress, so I just stood up and pulled them down. He seemed surprised, so I handed them to him. Told him that he could keep it as a reminder of the only time a girl would do that for him. Got a decent laugh out of the group with that one. Edit. Autocorrect made dead into dated. I bet he still has those framed. I would be insulted if he didn't. It was a nice pair. Once when I was 18 at a house party, I was dared to ask the neighbors if I could take a bath. They let me. I had a bath and left gratefully. They were nice people. I brought my own towel from the house the party was taking place in, so I didn't contribute to their laundry. I was still wet when I left. That's strange. Me and my brothers were doing it to pass the time when it was snowing. I got dared to go outside in my boxers or tell a secret, taking those to the grave. So I went outside. Cock and balls went up to my stomach and they locked me outside for 5 minutes. Got them back real good. Dared them both to full force kick each other in the nuts. Me and my brothers were doing it to pass the time when it was snowing. I read that as the secret that you'd take to the grave. Sorry. Got a buzz cut. I had beautiful blonde curls down to the small of my back. My mom cried for a week. My dad made me a wig out of gold curly Q ribbon and wood shavings. A wig out of ribbon and wood shavings? I need to see that. Really wish I had kept it. He got a proper mesh wig form and sewed the gorgeous curly maple wood shavings with a surgeon's knot he learned to do as a corpseman with metallic gold curling ribbon. It was truly a wackadoo masterpiece. I never really got past the "who's your crush?" Same. This is gonna be in one of those clickbait Reddit text-to-speech YouTube videos, ain't it? Sexy sexters of Reddit. What was the sexiest sex you ever sexed? Oh, I sexters really sexy, so they sex my sexters inside my sex, while sexting sex to sex at the same time. Not sure this counts, but I'm pretty sure this was the only time I've ever played Truth or Dare. When I was like 11, I was playing Truth or Dare with neighborhood friends, one of which I had a major crush on. I forget who actually said the dare but me, and my crush dry humped on a trampoline. Afterwards I was spending the night at one of the girls' houses and I wrote the dirtiest, most graphic and detailed letter of what I wanted to do to my crush. I ended up leaving it somewhere, and my parents found it. They flipped and my punishment was to read the entire set of encyclopedias. I got through half of the A encyclopedia before they gave up. Everyone knows the A is the most boring. At least start on the C's. Nah man. V is the best. So you can talk to your friends about volcano, vast difference, or Vietnam War. Edit. I probably need $50 to buy a V encyclopedia myself to learn about vast difference instead of vast difference. Jumped buck naked into a fast moving mountain river in February. I had to sit down to pee for 3 days afterwards. Sorry, I'm dumb. Why is that? The further upstream you get on a mountain river, the closer you get to the glaciers that feed it, hence really cold water. And I jumped naked into said cold water at night during rather cold weather. Long story short, I nearly filled a missing persons report on my penis. As a little kid we were staying at my grandma's. I was dared to dance naked on the windowsill, blinds open, while singing and shouting about being naked. I feel sorry for any neighbors that saw the crazy little girl rubbing her bum on the window singing "Hey, I'm naked, very naked." Judd Fogel has entered the chat. I was dared to hit my friend in the face with the full King James Bible. I did not hold back. His soul is still with us though. I didn't hit hard enough. You shouldn't have used the pocket edition. My boyfriend learned a lot about me on our second date as I drunkenly agreed to play Never Have I Ever. And never have I ever played since then. Never have I ever just devolved into let's find out who's the sluttiest, or let's out this one person's secret they trusted me with every time I played it. I hated that game. Ha. I told my daughters to be the cool mysterious girl from the movies, rather than dump all your secrets. Day 1. With your new best friend. My oldest told me, crying, one day that a girl told her she didn't want to be friends anymore because my kid knew all her secrets and she didn't know any of hers, and that made her a bad friend. I asked if she had ever spilled the tea on this girl, and she said, no, that's not being a good friend. So I said that it doesn't sound like this girl is interested in being a good friend. Since she doesn't know what a good friend you are, this kid has gone on be the best kid, too, with loads of good female friends that she lives with now. I kissed a girl on the cheek once. Yeah, I know. I'm quite the big alpha player and a ladies man. Absolute Chad. My home. They gave me a dare to go home. We were 3 people. F. Licked whipped cream off a cute boy's ear. Ended up marrying that cute boy. And that's how marriages start, children. Well, that's how babies are made. You lick ears. No sex ed in my school, but I know it's true. Well, first I need to play a game Truth or Dare that goes beyond truth. Who do you like? People. This is a lie. No one likes people. Only specific persons. Time to go slide outside and get snow up your crack. Someone dared me to leave the party. I did. I hate when that happens. Look at Mr. Popular over here getting invited to parties. I was sitting with my girlfriend next to me and received the dare kiss the person next to you. I made eye contact with her, smiled, and leaned in. As soon as I saw her close her eyes, I whipped around to my right, grabbed my friend's jaw, and kissed him square on the lips. Oh, she was mad, but oh, was it worth it? How did the friend react? They were married 1 month later. Either my life is extraordinarily boring, or all of these are fake, or both. I'd say around 25% are at least slightly over exaggerated. HTF do I spell that? I think you killed it on the spelling, congrats. Got involved in a land war in Asia. Regret it. The guy who dared you. Was he Sicilian? Yes. It was either that or go up against him with death on the line. How did you know? I sucked on a girl's nipple. No idea who she was. Spoiler alert. It was his mom. Not really far but funny. So when I was in high school I thought I was the only person who was multilingual and we were playing truth or dare and I got dared to admit my feelings to the person I liked. I thought I was the only English speaker there, so I basically went really in depth and dirty about what I wanted him to do to me exactly, but in English. When I was finished everyone complained it wasn't fair because they didn't understand, and then my crush stood up and replied to me in perfect English all the things he wanted to do to me. I was super embarrassed because I always pretended I was super innocent and stuff. But he thought it was hilarious. No one else understood the conversation and I've never assumed I know more languages than someone else after that. But did you? Did you get a relationship with him? You can't just keep out the important details. Nope, we became best friends, but never anything more. And we always made fun of our friends in English, since none of them could speak it. That was the extent of our relationship. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more daily Reddit videos.